Hey guys, it's Chanel here, and today we will be discussing detoxing, the importance of detoxing, and how dramatically your health, your life force, your beauty, your mental clarity, intuition, energy levels, general health is affected if you do not detox. I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing what I've learned and what I feel like works for me. I feel like detox is so important if you want to stay vital. You want to live longer, you want to be stronger, you don't want to regress and age quickly. You'll have better skin, better sleep, better everything. Like you'll literally have better every single thing if you detox. So I'm just showing what I've done over the years. I'm 41 and I'm a mum of three. And detoxing has absolutely changed my life. I've been detoxing for about 20 years or so, on and off. I'm human. Sometimes I'm more on it than others. So I'm not going to sit here. My channel that I've created right now is not about perfection. It's about doing your best. This channel is all going to be about like just self mastery, self work. And I feel like sometimes when we say these things, it seems like we've got to be perfect. I don't think so, but I do feel like it's good to work towards being your best self, being your healthiest self, being your most energetic self, your most clear minded self, your most confident self. Yeah, self mastery has been very important to me over the years, and detoxing is just one facet of that overall encompassing ideology of like self mastery. Yeah, I really want to share some of the things that I've learned because I feel like a lot of things that I've learned over the years, I've done a lot of research about a lot of things, and I think it will be useful to share. Also, these things all have like spiritual connection too. So detoxing definitely does like help to purify your temple, which is the vessel, which we channel information. And when I say channel information, I'm not talking about spirit guides and angels. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about just channeling life, receiving information, being able to interpret the things around you more clearly and more intuitively. Detoxing and having a healthy lifestyle also assists in those things as well. What is detoxing? We hear this word like getting thrown around a lot, but there's a lot to detoxing. I'm going to share some very simple detox methods that I use. I've done lots of different ones, but I'm going to share my three most powerful, I would say, detox cleanses and whatnot that I use, and what they do for you. There's so many pollutants in the environment, like from the air we breathe to the food we eat, clothing, cleaning products, skincare, hair care, even toothpaste. Toothpaste has heavy metals in it. So it's like if we don't eliminate all of these pollutants, it just builds up in our body. And that's when we start to experience more health issues. That's when we start to experience disbalance and disharmony, dis-ease, disease in the body. Detoxing is a way to help the body move out waste and pollutants, heavy metals, parasites, all kinds of things that you don't really want too much of in your body. Detoxing helps to flush those things out, move them out of your system safely. Your body can start to then rebuild itself because when it gets full up of toxins, it starts to become more sluggish, more slow. It can't effectively eliminate waste, and that definitely has a knock-on effect in ways that I think a lot of people don't even understand. As I said, physically, mentally, spiritually, energy, like it will affect all those things if we don't detox. It affects your skin and your hair and all these kinds of things as well. Your smell down there and all over, like it affects you in multiple different ways. So that's why I kind of feel so passionate about it because I feel like it's just a game changer and it's just amazing. It's a bit annoying doing it. Sometimes, when you have to be disciplined, it can be a bit like, okay, not going to eat that chocolate or I'm not going to do whatever. But these things are absolutely worth it. These things will literally make you live longer and stronger and happier and healthier and glowier and all the things. So yeah, your body is very complex. It's like a car. If you don't maintain it, it will break down. If you put wrong gas in the car, if you put diesel in a petrol car, it's going to break down. Your body is a temple. is literally a temple. So your temple can either be a barren wasteland full of disease and toxins, or your temple can be a pure, clean vessel space to receive and interpret information as it's supposed to. And when you do take in, maybe some toxins or whatever, your body's in a much better state to actually be able to process it so that your health and other things that I've mentioned are not impacted as greatly. There's lots of different types of cleanses. You've got mental cleanses, spiritual cleanses, physical cleanses. Today, I'm going to mostly focus on physical cleansing. I'm going to focus on the three things that I think are the most important areas to focus on, because I think these three things will give you the greatest impact. So, first on the list is parasites. So, parasites, yeah, again, it's not a word that gets thrown around. I don't know if people really understand what they are, but they're tiny organisms that live in your body. They look like little demonic worms, and they latch onto different areas of your body, from your bowels to your spine to your brain even. They can be all over the gaff. I'll go as far as saying that I believe that these things are linked to cancer, linked to chronic fatigue, skin conditions, cravings, especially cravings, even like negative thoughts. All these things can be caused by parasites. They literally defecate and urinate in your body, meaning that they will go toilet in your body, and they literally hook onto your nervous system, and they send commands and cravings to your brain. They're not nice, but at the same time they're your enemy, but they're also your friend. So they are usually present because we've been eating foods that maybe have parasites in them, foods like pork, especially things like pork, things like certain fish, salmon. A lot of fish actually have parasites nowadays, and heavy metals, which I'll get onto. But you get parasites from a lot of things. Sometimes it can be just people scratching their butt and touching something, and the world's a mad place. So yes, parasites are usually in your system though, or they're able to thrive in your system when it's quite toxic and acidic, and they want to spawn and be present in your system because they actually help you to clean up. They don't clean up, they store a lot of toxins that actually, if they weren't there, you would probably be very sick. So what we really want to do is have a good lifestyle, and that's something you work towards. It's not overnight. Just the same way detox, it's everything we do is a practice, including detoxing, including a healthy lifestyle, including spiritual practices, including exercise. All disciplines are practices. So we get improve with practices over time. So detoxing, you get better at it. Moderating your diet, you get better at it. You just get better at it, and it becomes a lifestyle over time if you choose to take that path. But once you've tried detoxing, you'll probably not want to go back to a lifestyle where you're not. Detoxing isn't a constant everyday thing. It's something you might do once or twice a year for a couple of months. How often you do it is really up to you. I actually gauge it. Like, I used to do it like every year or twice a year. I still do it around once a year, sometimes twice a year. I really gauge like how my body feels. If I'm feeling like I'm having certain health issues, I'm feeling sluggish, I'm feeling not like myself, I'm definitely going to go to a detox first. That's like my first point of call before I take things to put in and build me up, i.e., vitamins, supplements, tablets. Before I even think about that, I'm thinking about cleaning it. Once I've cleaned it, then I can then put things in, which I won't be covering in this video. But if you want me to make videos about anything you hear me talking about in this that strikes your interest, just let me know, and I will be very happy to create a video response for you. So yeah, anyway, these parasites are not very nice. They suck your life force. They poop in your body in all sorts. They affect your energy, your cravings, your desires, your thoughts, your energy levels. So we want to get rid of them, and we can do that by parasite cleansing. So then also we have heavy metals. Heavy metals is another area that I like to focus on when it comes to detoxing, because heavy metals get stuck in your brain, in your body, in your joints. Also, they're very connected to parasites. Parasites collect a lot of heavy metals. Heavy metals tend to get stored in your brain a lot as well, and I believe, based on my research, as I said, I'm not a doctor, but based on my many years of research, I have found that there is a link between things like degenerative brain diseases, basically like Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all these types of things, neurological diseases, even things like dull skin, grinding your teeth. There's so many things that are caused by like parasites and heavy metals. We get heavy metals even from like our toothpaste. If you use a fluoride toothpaste, there's heavy metals in it. We get heavy metals from breathing because I don't know if anyone's awake with me here, but we see these planes flying over the skies every morning, spraying random shit out into the sky. And we've now learned that it's a substance called aluminum, which is a toxic heavy metal, the same as fluoride. And, they're putting all these funny things in us all the time, even fillings, metal fillings, mercury. A lot of people have had mercury poisoning, which is a heavy metal from fillings. Even when people take copper supplements and things like this, we are not supposed to take iron and copper in the file shaving form. We want our copper and iron from a bioavailable source, which means we want it to come from a plant. We've got like micronutrients and bioavailable metals, but they are not the same. You've got like iron fluorine, which comes from the burdock root, for instance, which is a metal molecule so that your body can absorb. Heavy metals, your body just wreaks havoc. And if you think about it, we are electric beings. Our nervous system, everything, there are electric impulses running through our body. So pineapple, these heavy metals actually does affect your circuitry. Do you understand? So we need to remove heavy metals as well so we can have clear thinking and all that good stuff that comes with that. And you would feel lighter and all these things as well. I'm going to go into some more benefits after, but I'm really just talking about the things that I feel like are should be focused on in terms of detoxing and why you should detox them. So then three, I would say your gut health is then something you have to think about. In terms of detoxing, you would want to bowel cleanse. You'd want to flush out your bowels with a good bowel cleanse, your intestines, your stomach and all those good things. So we want to clear that out, flush that out so you can flush out. Some people have old food rotting away in their bowels that they've had sitting there for years. Sometimes when you're going to the gym, you're trying to lose a bit of extra belly, you think that you're just not able to work, that you're not able to shift weight there so much or around your waistline. Really, it's because sometimes you're just backed up with shit. And then people have the right to turn around and just say you're full of shit, you know? So, and also if you think about it on a spiritual level, like being full of shit, I'm sorry to be so blunt, but it is what it is. To be full of shit literally does affect your mental clarity because your gut brain connection is it's a thing. Your gut and your brain is connected. So I would go as far as sometimes saying your gut is your first brain, but most people would say your gut is your second brain. But I also feel like your intuition stems from your gut and all these things as well. Or if you're a man, it would be instinct. Sorry, I was rudely interrupted by a friend that I was expecting but came kind of early. So yeah, it's all good. I'm just going to finish recording the video now. Detoxing your bowels is going to help you feel more energized. It's going to help you with more clarity. It's going to help you with intuition. It's going to help you to go to the toilet properly. If you are a person who never does bowel cleanses or no types of fasting or anything like that, I do love fasting, but that's another type of detox, which I am not so much going to cover today, just because the three main ones I think are the ones that I'm referring to because they actually purge intensely toxins that need to come out of your body. It purges it deeply. Fasting is very, very, very good for maintenance, though. I intermittent fast, which basically helps your metabolism to stay regulated and inflammation down, helps you to just have a break and let your body just flush things out. But anyway, I digress, kind of. Yeah, it's going to help you with underlying health issues. It's going to help with your weight loss. It's going to help speed up metabolism. It's going to give you more energy. It's going to actually also help your brain as well. Clean your bowel. It's going to help your brain. As I said, brain gut connection. So there's like so many benefits to also detoxing your bowel. I'm going to link a guide in the description that is going to walk you through the three protocols that I'm going to recommend to you, which is the parasite cleanse, the bowel cleanse, the heavy metal cleanse. I'm going to show you how and when you should do it, for how long you should do them for. And I'm also going to provide you with the links to go and purchase the bits that I personally use. And also clean out your bowel is going to help you clear your skin and certain other things like that as well. And also the other parts like the parasite cleanse and heavy metal cleanse, it's going to help your skin to clear up if you have skin problems, acne, eczema. It's going to make your skin glow. It's going to make it more radiant. I'm actually due a cleanse myself. So I always enjoy having a cleanse, even though I don't like to lose too much weight. So the thing about detoxing is that if you're a slim girl and you want to put on weight, sometimes that can be a little bit more challenging. But it depends. I make it harder for myself. I want to put on it. The way I am now, I'm okay with actually. But usually, I'm trying to put on a bit more weight. But I don't always help myself because I love fasting. So I naturally don't like to eat loads of food because I healed my relationship with food a long time ago. I was also quite ill as a kid. I used to be in and out of hospital with like asthma. My mom used to have to give me a flu shot every year because the GP said so. You know, she got asthma, so you have to give her the flu shot. That happened, and I swear to God, like every single summer, even during summer, I should say, I would have a cold. My nose would be running, I'm blowing my nose, I'm sneezing, and it's like July. Do you know what I mean? And that was directly linked to the flu shots that I was getting every year. Because once I stopped taking them, maybe like a year or two later, I've never experienced having a cold in the summer. Just and all summer, like I've just got a cold, like why? And then in my teenage years, I felt like I just had a lot of chronic fatigue. I was just always tired. I feel like that can be a bit of a teenage thing anyway, but that followed me through into my 20s. So, yeah, I felt like that was an issue that I had to address because I felt like it was affecting my energy levels, my quality of life. I'm used to being quite a high energy person. Not too much, but high energy. So it was strange. I used to just be like, I just want to feel like myself. I just want to feel like I wake up in the morning, I'm full of energy, I feel full of clarity, I feel ready to tackle the day. And I used to wake up just not feeling like that regularly, most days. In my early 20s, I had my first child, and then I had my second child shortly after. I put on a bit of weight as well. I was experiencing anxiety. I just felt a bit off balance. I didn't feel like myself. By the time I had my second child, my first child, I was like, I wasn't too bad. I didn't put on loads of weight, but by the time I had my second child, I like got to like a size 14, and I was used to being like a size 10. So I was kind of uncomfortable with that. You know, I had been looking into health things, and I think at this point, I was ready to implement some of the stuff. So when I was around my mid-20s, I literally just started changing up my whole diet. I started eating organic fruits and vegetables, meat. I'd only eat organic things. But like at that time, I was healing some major underlying health issues. So yeah, I started just eating really healthy, really organic, really clean, and I was only eating like natural butters and fats, coconut oil, things like that. I wasn't cooking with things like vegetable oils, seed oils, those kind of things. I would use butter, coconut oil, avocado oil, because they can handle high heats. So I'll go into that in the guide as well, like what you should and shouldn't use when you're detoxing. But it's not actually that deep. And I also say do your best. If you can't afford to do organic everything, do what you can. It's better that you eat non-organic fruits and vegetables than not eating fruit and vegetables at all. You can just make sure you wash them, right? So yes, I went about just detoxing, living nice, and honestly, I dropped weight so quickly. My body wasn't exactly the same because I had kids, but it snapped back nicely. Yeah. So and then I started doing exercise as well. You know, I started jogging a little bit. But honestly, I did not lose weight because I was exercising. Even now, I exercise, but I don't exercise all the time. And that could be jogging, that could be some light weights. I don't kill myself when I work out. I actually have a soft life in terms of my workout routine and regime. My body responds to it very quickly. I can put minimal effort in because one, my metabolism is running smoothly, so I don't store fat the same way that I used to. Like even just like I just don't. I would store a lot more fat like in certain places. And it's like once you really get into it, your body just starts to kind of get back into its own homeostasis, its own balance, basically. And it's much easier to maintain once you've implemented a certain system that works for you. So, and right now I would say I live by like a 80-20 vibes. Like I'll have 80% good stuff, 20% naughty stuff, and I feel like it's just that's a healthy balance for me. I feel like I don't even want to overindulge in certain things because I'm like, why? Food literally is sustenance, right? So yet again, I might make a video on food and like the relationship we have with it. I don't know, but I literally changed my relationship with food and that also changed my life too, as well as detoxing. So yeah, and I also realized in my mid-20s that the the medical system, pharmaceutical system is an absolute scam. Yeah, like I'm such a natural person now. Like if I'm not well, I got a cold, I got a flu, whatever. I'm not feeling right. A lot of time I've got my natural go-to. It's going to be probably oregano oil. I love oregano oil. Anyway, I'm not going to digress again. You don't age as fast as well. Like I feel like for me, I think if I hadn't been detoxing, I think I would look older. Not saying that I don't think I look like I'm in my early 40s 'cause I'm 41. I think I look like I'm in my late 30s, early 40s. But I think that my skin is in very good condition and certain things for my age. And I just feel like I would look a lot more haggard if I didn't detox and I didn't eat a certain way. And that's the thing, my diet's not perfect. I don't always detox maybe when I should, but the fact that I was consistent with it initially and I still maintain it to an extent, I still fast, I do some things, it just all adds up and compounds and has an overall effect, which is good. So, you know, in my 30s, I was feeling great. Like I was actually a size 8 in my 30s. I had a lot more energy. I felt more creative. My belly was flat. I felt like my spirituality has also gotten deeper over the years because I feel like the more mindful you become, in terms of how you treat yourself, also what you put in your body, like a lot of things we put in our body numbs us, especially when we emotionally eat and we eat certain things that have loads of preservatives and products that are just toxic to our body. It desensitizes us, and that's why it appeals to us, I suppose, like the dopamine hit and all this kind of stuff. Same as like drug abuse, whatever, like it's a way of like numbing pain sometimes that you're going through or you're looking for like that extra comfort. And I just find that it interferes with the relationship you have with your body, it interferes with your system, and it interferes with the energies that you are receiving and you're able to receive, and also how you're going to interpret that. Your gut, your intuition is like, I know I've said this a few times, but I find it strange that people don't talk about that more, like that connection. And I love that because I love to be able to pick up on the things that I pick up. Like it could be a lot to see a lot, but I do think I prefer to see what I need to see rather than not be able to see it, not be tuned in. And detox, that's the perfect way to put it. Like detox is literally like fine tuning your body because I really feel like your body is one, it's an awesome thing, but it's actually like it's not just a vehicle that carries you around. You are music. We are like literally music. We are a record. We are like a story. That's why we have a spine. Okay. And we also have an appendix in our body. A pork has an appendix. Some things are not, they're called certain things for a reason. So your story, your DNA is recording your story in its memory, in its data bank. And You are music, like we respond to frequency, we radiate frequency and harmonics and vibrations. Even the way we speak and we sing and we dance, we're musical beings. We are music. We can make music out of our body, out of our mouth. You know what I'm saying? So music and the human body is very interlinked. So the body's like a very deep thing. And when we detox, we are literally fine tuning, like the same way we would tune up an instrument if it's out of tune, we would tune that instrument up. That's detoxing. And also eating well is a way of fine tuning our vessel, our temple. It even improves your memory. So it's potentially, I believe that detoxing and eating healthy also helps to heal your DNA. Hence why it heals common health issues. Detoxing will help you to heal things like diabetes and eczema and high blood pressure. There's so many arthritis because a lot of things are caused by inflammation. A lot of things are caused by toxin overload. Detoxing is literally life. Okay. So yeah, and I'm in my 40s now, and I just from my mid 30s, I was like, this is definitely like forever going to be my lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? And now I just see it as it's a journey, it's a lifestyle, it's a lifelong practice, it's a spiritual journey. Being in tune with your body and being able to understand the interpretations of what your body's saying to you is is game changing. And I feel like detoxing helps you to do that as well, helps you to tune deeper into understanding how your body speaks to you, because your body doesn't say like, yo, like I got a cyst building up here, I got a tumor, like you will feel things. So your body has its own language, and a lot of people are absolutely tuned out of it. And that's why most people that have this disease are they're in dis-ease with themselves and the environment around them. So just to recap, there's three cleanses that I think are the main cleanses. It's the heavy metal cleanse, it's the parasite cleanse, and it's the bowel cleanse. They're the three main cleanses that's going to get you nice. But there's also a lot of other cleanses as well. In the guide I'm going to give you to download for free, I'm going to explain the three main cleanses. But there's also other cleanses which I'll just list out. Also, three cleanses that I am suggesting to do all three of them together. And besides that, though, there's like you could do intermittent fasting or fasting, like what I was saying that I do earlier. You've got juice cleanses, blood cleanses, lymphatic cleanse, cellular cleanses, womb cleanses. I'm going to do a video on that very soon as well, because I'm going to do one. I'm going to use some herbs. There's different ways to do these cleanses that I'm saying as well. You got Candida cleanse, which would be actually my number 4 if you was going to go for like a fourth cleanse as well. Candida cleanse. That's why a lot of women get yeast infection. That's why people get like that white film on their tongue. Like it's yeast and candida overgrowth in the body. It's from eating a lot of cheeses and dairies and things that like ferment in your body in a way that is not cute. You know, we go to the doctors and they give you like these creams and stuff, and it's just awful. It just jacks up your system even more, because a lot of these things are suppressants. They're not dealing with the issue, and you have to keep on going back, and things get worse, and it's not cute. Depending on what ailments you've got is depending on what types of detoxes you may want to add on top of the three that I've suggested. But definitely go with the three if you're interested. If you want to do a fourth, like the Candida cleanses are good as a general as well, especially if you feel like you might have Candida or yeast overgrowth in your body. Is actually very common as well, especially for women that get like wrinkle, thrush and stuff like that. And I can do videos that go into those types of cleanses as well, and like what they are good for. Blood cleanses as well can also be very good for acne and stuff like that. You know, download my guide if you're interested, and I will walk you through how to perform those cleanses, when, and for how long, what you should expect during the process, because you can get detox symptoms, which are temporary, but I will highlight them in the guide. Because there's only so much I can talk about in this video without boring you. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna put the rest in the guide. Obviously, if there is anything you want to go deeper into, just let me know. Ask me, feel free to ask me any questions. Yes, download the guide. I'm gonna give you all the bits. Please like, share, and subscribe if you found it valuable. If you feel like someone else could get some like benefit from this as well, like someone who's got health issues, skin issues, maybe their hair's they're getting alopecia, hairs fall like listen, detoxing helps that too. Maybe they, are just struggling with certain health issues. I promise you, detox it's a way to actually heal yourself. It's not going to suppress it. It's not going to mask it over and it's just going to keep on coming back. Detox is a way to actually heal your body. Most pharmaceuticals and westernized medicine is just putting a band-aid on it, and the issue is festering underneath still, and they're going to just keep putting more and more band-aids on it, you know so let's do some real deep internal healing. I will be back to just talk about more health related and well-being content. It's gonna be mind, body, and spirit. Because as I said in the beginning of the video, I just love self-mastery. I believe that you, yourself, me, we are the greatest projects that we can work on. Do you know what I mean? We can chase money, we can chase all the things, you know, luxury, man, whatever, we could chase the things. But if we are not good inside, we're breaking down, we got mad health issues, parasites is running all of our desires, and now you can't even think straight, making dumb decisions, full of shit. Intuition's off, your skin is breaking out. You know what I'm saying? You're holding weight where you don't want to. You got It's like, what kind of quality of life are you gonna have, even though you've got the bag, even though you've got the a man? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to feel your best and be able to enjoy your life and live your life to the fullest. So, for me, your health, detoxing, all these things, your spirit, your energy, your mindset, these things are the foundation of our being, and these are things that I want to cover. I've got a lot to say. I've got a lot to say about a lot of things. Okay. So stay tuned. And yeah, I just really appreciate your time. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care for now. Ciao.